Corn-fed life! Welcome to our Saturday night show.
Bienvenido.
Bienvenue.
What we would like to talk about this evening is something that we find a bit traumatizing. What is this that we find traumatizing? What is this
Life?
that we find traumatizing? Oh,
Our phone
our
echoing?
telephone.
Technical difficulties. That's what we find traumatizing.
Our phone is possessed. What we find traumatizing is the Midwest winter.
So cold. Hey,
Michaels.
Hi, Michael's Adventures. Where are you checking in from tonight? I'm going to adjust something real quick. You keep talking.
Okay. So
yeah, it's better.
What were the winters like in Oregon where we came from? So
pathetic.
To give a contrast.
The Oregon winters are pretty tame. I mean, there's a lot of rain, a little bit of snow. Well, if you're in the mountains, you get a lot of snow. But where most of the population lives are in the valleys. Yeah, there's not that much snow, just a little bit.
It's very overcast. So that's one thing that's worse over
gloomy
on the West Coast.
Hey, Templin.
Than it is over here in the Midwest because people get depressed because of the overcast weather in the West Coast. However, it's got nothing on the Midwest winters. The Midwest winters are crazy.
They're insane. Oh, we got Neil in the house.
Hey!
I figured out his name is spelled Neal, and the way I can remember is he's the real Neil.
Real Neil.
The real Neil.
And
the real deal. Neil, the real deal.
Neil always come with.
With Miss Cornett.
Yep. Cornett.
And let's see. And there she is.
Okay, so to keep on track on our subject, we're talking about the Midwest winters and how they differ from where we're from, the West Coast. So let's talk about the temperature difference. What's the temperature difference?
Oh, man. So in Oregon, it rarely got below freezing. I mean, we'd have a few days where it was like maybe high 20s, low 30s, but rarely below freezing. Here, you get like a month or two of below freezing, especially at night, of course.
Yeah, and not even below freezing. We've had some days that are below zero, which is absolutely unheard of from where we came from.
Right.
From whence we came.
From whence we came. So, I remember one year, my whole time growing up, that it got I think it got near zero, and the duck pond froze over to the point where I could ride my bike on it. That happened once. That usually the pond, if it froze over, you wouldn't walk on it. It was pretty thin ice. Just like hanging out with her.
Walking on thin ice. And so we were pretty shocked when it would reach that temperature, but not only would it reach that temperature, it would reach that temperature for long periods of time.
Yes.
And in Oregon, we would put like a hose cover on the outdoor hose faucet to prevent it from snapping off.
Yeah.
But here you absolutely have to do that. Otherwise, it's guaranteed to snap off. I bet it never really would in Oregon. But here, we've had that happen to us already a couple times because we just...
yeah, our faucet was not, the water was turned off, but it just froze and broke.
Yep. And you know, something that's funny out here.
And yes, this is the Corn-Fed Life radio show.
Is that, okay, so this happens to nearly everybody out here, that their faucet will break off if they don't take preventative measures. Are there any supplies to cover your faucets out here? No, I had to use a foam football that I found at the Dollar General to cover a faucet on my flipper home.
Which was pretty ingenious. She just bought like a Nerf football and gouged a big hole in it and shoved it on the faucet. And it worked. That faucet has not broken.
Yeah, I know that with that house, that ornery house that I tried to work on, I tried to sell it before the winter came again, but, you know, that didn't work out. But yeah, you're guaranteed to have busted pipes, even if you turn off the water before the cold weather hits. Because once you turn it back on, it'll say, "Oh, I'm an old steel pipe. I need to break anyway." Just for that little bit of pressure when the water comes back on.
I've never had so many broken pipes in my life.
No, it's crazy. So we're completely unused to the cold weather, the weather staying cold for a long period of time, and also our favorite subject out here is the wind.
Oh yeah, the wind is crazy, especially where we live. We're out on the prairie, and we have no windbreak trees. I planted some, so in 10 years,
some have survived thus far.
So in 10 years, we'll have a great windbreak if we're still here. But the wind comes roaring through here like nobody's business. The wind flipped over our dumpster last year. Our dumpster that weighs probably, I don't know.
3, 4,
that's got to be like 600. I'd say like 600 pounds probably. I mean, it's a solid steel dumpster, and the wind knocked it over. I was like, what? That's crazy.
Beth thinks that the football is genius, and I agree, genius. Yes, that's how I would describe it.
Yeah, she's good at MacGyvering some different situations. Yeah, it's because we streamed the whole series of MacGyver a few years back, so she learned all his techniques.
Okay, so the saying goes, necessity is the mother of invention, and I have a lot of those out here because we don't have access to the same things that you would have in a larger city. So you definitely have to come up with creative solutions to lots of problems. Okay, so we have a wind problem, and that does something to our outdoor decor. Somebody was admiring our outdoor decor the other day. It's all very solid, very close to the ground now, because we found any type of yard art will just get annihilated. Yeah, even metal.
We even had a big windmill that was like, it was like solid oak beams. It was very heavy, and the wind destroyed it. the blades, it bent the blades so much that they were actually striking the windmill, and it finally just, the blades, the whole thing just flew off. And it was all destroyed.
It kind of reminds me of, when they have those videos of they take old dryers and they put them out into the yard, and then they fill them with rocks, and then they run the dryers and then watch the dryers destroy themselves. That's kind of what I thought of when looking at that poor windmill. And we tried like a couple times. We tried spiking it, with the 4-foot spikes and hammer it into the ground. But yeah. That thing wasn't meant to survive our prairie.
Yeah, and another difference about the weather, including the wind, is that the snow is different. So the snow, it'll fall one day and you'll have little piles around your yard. And then the next day the wind will blow like crazy, and the piles are now over here or over there or wherever.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
And in Oregon, that does not happen. The snow falls and there it stays until it melts. It's not going anywhere.
Which is the next day. It never stays for more than a day.
Yeah, and the snow is it's kind of wetter out there, which it's better for building snowmen. It's harder to build snowmen. Yeah, the snow out here is like powdery and fluffy, and out there it's more of a hard snow. So it's weird out here though that you'll have like a big mountain of snow in one part of your yard, and then the next day that mountain is somewhere else. It's very bizarre.
And I thought that driving during a snowstorm in Oregon maybe was a little tricky, but with the cold weather out here, you're not even safe on a gravel road. It'll throw you around. It made us like completely twist around on a gravel road, because even the gravel will freeze over here.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah, you want yourself to have a 4-wheel drive and a heavy pickup. We've learned that our pickup is much too light this year.
Yeah, our pickup is 4-wheel drive, and we have some good off-road tires, but it's really no match for the Midwest. You got to have a heavier vehicle. We just have, it's not the tiniest size of pickup, but it's like the next size up. It's a Chevy S10. If any of you are truck people, you know what that is. It's not.
Yeah, it's a medium.
Yeah, I'd say it's a smaller size of medium truck. It's like one level up from those little bitty pickups. I don't even think they make the little ones anymore, do they? I haven't
I don't
seen
think
one
so.
other than the classic ones still
Yeah, we
rolling
know
around.
why everybody out here drives big old
Yeah.
pickups.
Yep, you got to have a big truck to get some good grip on the roads.
Yeah, we would get stuck everywhere when we're towing our trailer. We'd get stuck at the dump when we're trying to throw some brush away. That was kind of harrowing to see if in the middle of the night if we could leave the dump or not. We didn't want to spend the night there, but we had a trip up north. And what happened on our trip up north on the roads?
Oh yeah, we did a full 360 on a 2-lane highway, and that was quite exciting. So we were going down the highway, and we got behind a snowplow and another car, and then there was kind of an opening, and I would have never thought to pass him because the roads were pretty icy. So like I'm staying in my lane, but the car in front of me went over, passed him, went right around, and I was like, okay. And it was not some crazy souped up off-road vehicle, and I thought, well, I guess we can do it too. So I went around, and then I went back in our lane. And just as I went back in the lane, I felt a little slip. I was like, oh crap. And then all of a sudden the whole truck went, spun all the way around, slid across the road, and then stopped on the shoulder on the other side. And there were oncoming cars coming the other way. And we slid, and then like within like seconds they were going by. And everyone just kind of went by like, oh look, that car
another guy bit the dust.
That car just slid off the road, And of course, being the great Midwestern helpers, they all stopped to see if we needed help to get off the shoulder. No, I'm just kidding. Nobody stopped. No. Not one car. Like a whole line of cars just went by, and they're just like, oh, look at them. Suckers. But thank God we didn't get stuck. We were able to get back up on the road and continue our journey. And I did not pass anybody else for the remainder of the trip, I don't think.
We thought we were lucky to make it out of Kansas on that trip because they're not used to the heavy snowstorm that we had. So they didn't have those snow plows out. They had them in Nebraska and in South Dakota, like going really heavy, but they didn't in Kansas. So at one point we didn't know if we would be able to even make it out of Kansas. We hit one city and we were just at a crawl because we were fishtailing and we could hardly move forward. So.
Yeah, in fact, we stopped at a truck stop and we were thinking about like, are we gonna have to sleep in the car tonight? Because if we continued on the road, there was like hardly any traffic or anything. Like we didn't see any cars going further, and the road had several inches of snow and ice. And I was like, well, let's see if there was a bunch of semis at the truck stop. And I was like, well, let's see if if any of the semis go, we'll follow them because they'll kind of clear a path for us. Because it was all fresh snow and nobody had driven through it yet. So we waited. And then sure enough, after a bit, one of the semis pulled out. So I'm like, okay, let's go for it. And we jumped on the road and we tried to stay behind the semi.
So Templin said that for Christmas, he got all his teens winter car kits, which is a good point because okay, so every once in a while you have snow problems, like every once in a while you would in Oregon. So in every truck stop, there'll be chains available, right, for sale. Yeah, not so. I went and looked for chains and they didn't have them. And when we were up in South Dakota in Yankton, we looked for car chains and they said, oh no, nobody has.
They said that car chains were illegal on the highway.
Yeah, and then
I guess,
we said like, oh, well, where can we go to get good snow tires then? And we called a few places and they said, we don't have your size, which a Chevy S10 is a very common vehicle. Yeah. So again, it was like, okay, so we have this problem. There's everybody's kind of out there to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
I don't think you get a lot of help from the rest of society in the Midwest unless you're unless it's the snowplows. They're really great about clearing the highways out. But yeah, if you want any supplies, winter supplies in a heavy winter place, you're gonna have to buy them online.
Okay, I gotta address this. So Templin also got him collapsible metal shovels, which is awesome. And Neil says, I'm out of pocket. I'm deboning a grilled turkey breast. We have you on TV, like you're a late night show with Cornfed Live. Well, thank you, Neil and Beth. We appreciate you watching us on TV. And then Templin says, yeah, chains are illegal on the highways. Well, here's something funny, Templin. On the West Coast, not only are they not illegal, they're often required. I'm not kidding. There's a lot of times when you're driving down the freeway and you'll have signs that say you cannot go further unless you have chains.
Right. There's certain mountain passes that you're not allowed to go over unless you're carrying chains. You're required to at least carry them. And they have big shoulders where they designated it's a chain up area along the highway as well.
Yeah. And if you don't have them, a lot of times there'll be an officer out there and they'll check. And if you don't have them, they'll say, turn around.
Yeah,
go back.
That's another big difference from the West Coast to the Midwest.
Yeah. So they're illegal here and there. That's illegal not to have them.
But you guys could use them a lot more out here.
Yeah, because you get a lot more snow.
Yeah, and the icy cold weather. So what about your heating indoors? Like, how is it different surviving a winter out here versus the West Coast?
Well, when it gets cold enough, it's really hard to keep your house warm.
Yeah.
When it gets, our house does fine now. Well, when we first moved in, there was a lot of air leaks. We've solved a lot of those. So the first year we lived here, that was last winter, not this one that we're in now, but the one a year ago. And yet it was like there were certain doors and windows that you could hold your hand up on the inside of the house, and you could feel a breeze coming in. So when the winds would blow, like we were lucky if we could get our indoor temperature up to 60, into the 60s. And that was about all you could get. And that's with the heat running day and night, like nonstop.
And we have a ductless split upstairs. And at certain temperatures, it stops working.
Yeah, and that's what people don't tell you about the ductless systems. And I looked this up on Google because I'm like, why isn't this working? I found out that a lot of them, or maybe all of them, I don't know, at a certain temperature, it's like 18 degrees or something. If it gets down below that, they just don't work. It'll just stop. It'll just basically stop working. So it's like, that's scary if that's your only, and so many new homes, they're going with the ductless systems. And I'm like, yikes, what are they going to do when they, if it hits, and anywhere you live, I mean, even, Texas had that crazy blizzard last year and people froze to death. I wonder if some of them were because they had ductless heaters that just quit.
So if something horrendous were to happen, like your heating system were to break, or you were to have a busted pipe in your home, what would it entail to get that fixed? Would it get fixed right away?
Probably not.
I think it's mainly in our area. I suspect that in larger cities you'd have a lot more choices, but here, like, you're lucky if even an emergency thing would get fixed in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty rough out here. Like we've had to learn how to be self-sufficient in so many different ways, which is really good for us because we're learning a lot. I mean, I wouldn't like the discomfort of it all, but I wouldn't trade the knowledge that we've gained. It's good to be able to take care of yourself. But we're just kind of like thrown into the pool.
Figure it out as we go. And the one thing we've learned about the Midwest is people tend to not tell you stuff. You're just expected to know stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, so many things around here. Like, they'll even have something in the paper like, oh, it's so-and-so's retirement party. Everybody come on such and such a date. And it won't tell you where you're supposed to go. And they'll do this type of stuff all the time. It's like, you're just supposed to know where you're supposed to go.
Hey, All-Terrain.
All-Terrain Coffee and Camp.
I haven't seen you before.
It's the Petersons from fake Nashville.
Oh, no. From the other Nashville.
And Beth said west of Denver, certain times of the year. I think she's talking about having to have chains. Yeah, we're all swapping stories tonight about the horrible weather.
Yeah, so I think
the winter.
The consensus is, it's really tough. It brings you together as a family.
I'll be right back. Keep talking.
You survive one of these winters, and you have a sense of accomplishment that you can comfortably survive one of these winters. So it's really a growing point to be able to go through this. And then also like it's a bragging right as well. Like you can tell your old family and friends from wherever you came from that, oh yeah, oh poor you, yeah, it's 40 degrees out, yeah, it's so cold, you have no idea what toughness is. I used to walk 1 mile in the snow uphill both ways to school and back. You can have that sort of thing.
Where's your little paper scraps?
Paper scraps, you need
Those little
stickums.
no, just those scraps you have that you cut up.
Oh, I don't
So
know what those are.
I want to do something tonight. We need a bowl too. So we're excited. I don't know if you guys have seen these. We found a guy in our church that does custom engraving. So we got these for the U-News winners. But I'm in a good mood, so I want to give one out tonight. They're nice stainless steel bottles. And check out that laser engraved logo. Isn't that cool? Corn-fed life. And this is our new slogan, take the old roads, which comes from that Bible verse, which is on there, Jeremiah 6:16. So we got green and what else?
So we have see 'em from a mile away, greenish yellow, and we have power pink.
And we actually have a few other colors. We have like gray and black. And so we're going to give one of these away tonight because I'm happy that so many people are stopping by.
I need it for the cruise.
Saying hi. So we're going to do it old school style. We're not hooked up yet with them fancy, what do you call it? Those little robot things that pick a winner. So we're just going to write y'all's name.
Everybody's name. Okay.
So we're going to write everybody's name down. And then let's see. It's
okay. So there's Beth.
1033. So we got Beth.
We got All Terrain.
All Terrain.
Peterson. And we got Templin.
I'm probably going to spell them right, but it's okay. You know who you are. Templin.
We got Neil. And Michaels. Or Michael.
Michael.
I think that I got everybody.
What we'll do is we'll give something away at the top of the hour. So that's 25 minutes away. So if you stick with us, you got to stay on here. That's our only stipulation. You got to stick with us. Winner must be present. And what I'll do is we'll cut these. I'll get some scissors and we'll put them in a little hat. We'll put them in my baseball hats.
Okay, sounds good.
And yeah, and then we'll draw and you can have your choice.
So that'll be in 20 minutes. So
no, he only gets one name. Nice try, Beth. Something poked me.
Only one name, only his real name.
But yeah, we're excited about these bottles. And for those that don't know, the reason we got these is we have a segment called U-News. And why don't you tell them what would we do on U-News?
So what we do is we generally do a few stories, and then we do features of people who have sent in stories for us to show. So they just do a little bit where they introduce themselves. And
I got it. There was a sliver in my foot. It was killing me. Sorry.
And then they say like a local news story. Like the latest one we got was of an ice castle up in Minnesota. So they just do a little blurb about just a 1 minute, the whole thing about whatever's going on in their neck of the woods. And then they just say, now back to you, Cornfed. And that's our segment. And it's a lot of fun. We get a lot of really neat reports from all over the country.
Yeah, and we love like reports just about like what's happening in your neck of the woods. It doesn't even have to be a big news story. You can say like, on our farmstead, we're growing strawberries and look, this is what they look like. It can be anything. And some months, last month, we only had one story submitted. Partly it was our fault because we didn't do a whole lot of newscasts last month. Last month was crazy. February just flew by. But we had one submission. So all he had to do was submit one story and he won a bottle. And that was actually his second one that he's won. He's our buddy Randy. He has a channel called Go Midwest Fishing, and that's an awesome channel. Make sure you guys check that out, Go Midwest Fishing. Even if you don't like fishing, I don't like fishing, but I love Randy's channel because he does some really cool stuff on there. So he's won 2 water bottles now.
So Peterson wants to know, if I'm not real, can I still win? Yes, we love AI, the new chat GPT.
What do you mean you're not real? How are you? Oh, because you're from the fake. No, you're real. You're just from the fake. I always say you're from the fake Nashville because, everybody when they hear Nashville, they think of Tennessee.
He's the AI Nashville.
The AI Nashville. So I know that you're real. I just mean your Nashville is fake because I didn't know there was a Nashville, Kentucky until I met you.
So Beth is happy that you're not going to die and that you have survived your sliver.
I know a man with a sliver is like a woman with a broken nail. Like, oh, my broken nail. With a man, it's like, I got a sliver. I can't handle them because it's just a little pain, but it's like constant and you can't get away from it.
It's really big. I wonder how you got that.
I don't know. Probably from the dog.
We have been seeing a lot of sandburrs lately.
Oh,
they've been popping up.
That's the other thing that drives us crazy about the Midwest are sandburrs, or some people call them goat something or other.
No, that's a different.
That's a different one. Oh, okay.
They call it a ram's head, and it's a different type.
But the burrs in Oregon, if you get a burr like on your finger or whatever, you can just flick it off.
Yeah,
sandburrs,
little annoying fuzzy things.
Yeah, and sandburrs, you go to flick it off, now it's stuck in your other finger.
Yeah, it's like cactus.
And they like have little barbs or something. You cannot get rid of them. They're ridiculous. Out on the West Coast, like we don't have anything that hazardous.
Says they have them there.
Templin says there is a Hollywood, Minnesota. All Terrain says, I'll have to check out the news segment. Sounds cool. Yeah, we've got a bunch of, if you go to our homepage, I always try to get people to go to our homepage because people just click on our videos. But if you go to our homepage, we actually have playlists and you can see all the different stuff that we do. It's pretty neat.
Hey, Bub, do you want to join our drawing?
Butler, you're now, everybody that pops in is entered in a drawing for a cool laser etched corn-fed life water bottle, stainless steel.
We're gonna do it when the live hits 40 minutes in.
Yeah, so when we're gonna do it at 11 o'clock our time, that's Central Time. So that's about 20 minutes away. And you gotta stay with us. You can't just if we call you out and you don't respond, you don't get it. It doesn't come with corn juice.
Well, we could send it with it.
Yeah, we could squeeze some corn, I guess. I don't know how good that would be, especially after going through the mail.
He says that he'll stay then.
Beth says Velcro. Yeah, that's about right on those sandburrs. They are pretty much like Butler says, I will stay.
Actually, good point, Beth, because that is how Velcro came into being.
We got pink too. We have other colors, so we'll let you guys choose.
So Velcro was inspired by the birth. That's
was
how
it really?
It came into being. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I was saying that while you were distracted.
Excuse me. I'm allergic to trivia.
Yeah. He's allergic to the facts.
And this girl's full of trivia.
Yeah, I am very trivial minded.
So if anybody's in here, oh, well, thank you, Butler. Very kind of you. And Butler, where are y'all coming from tonight? Let us know where you're at. Templin says, I will be bottle feeding goats while listening, so it may take me a bit to respond. That's okay. All right. We'll give you 5 minutes or so.
We'll respond for you. We'll make up what you might be saying at this moment.
They mean if they win, it might take them a while to. Missouri Southwest corner. Okay. Hey, so you're our neighbors. Well, we're in north central Kansas,
Missouri.
But it's our neighboring state.
That's where our uncle and aunt are, Jerry and Mary Ann.
Well, they're more south central.
They're Missouri.
Yeah, they're in Missouri.
Same thing.
they're in Willow Springs, right? It's not Willow Creek, so. Right? Willow Springs. Yeah, Willow Springs is where my aunt and uncle live. I am the BFF.
Butler Family Farm.
Awesome. Yep. So we're talking about all our
otherwise known as the Big French Fry.
Talking about all our Midwest calamities, especially winter, but somehow we got onto sandburrs
because we wanted to think about
hatred towards them.
The worst things about winter and therefore the worst things about summer. Because that's when they really come about.
Yeah, I actually saw my first sandburr we saw it yesterday. Our dog picked one up. We're like, oh no, that means
Yeah, first
spring
sandbird
is
of the
here.
season, yeah.
I mean, we're happy about the weather for spring, but not happy about the sandburrs.
Cockabird.
Cockabird.
What's a cockabird?
There's some other thing they call sandburrs, though. I can't remember what it was. Not the goat's heads. You're right. That's something else. But there's another name for them. But anyway, they're terrible.
Bane of my existence? Is that what it was?
Yeah, probably. That is what it is here. Oh, they call them cockabirds in Missouri. Do you say Missouri or Missouri? Because I've heard that in different parts of the state they say one or the other, but I can't remember which part of the state is which.
Said a burdock plant is a cockabur. Burdock, that sounds like Murdoch, which is our favorite supervillain.
Yes, Murdoch. Yep. Can you guys guess? Does anybody remember what show Murdoch was the supervillain on?
Yeah, he was the best.
It was a show from the 80s and 90s.
There was a patient with the last name Murdoch that would come into the hospital every 6 months or so.
He says A-Team. No, there was a Murdoch on A-Team, but wasn't he a good guy?
This guy was the worst.
It's you're in the right time period.
And he would keep dying and then coming back.
Yeah, there was one where he fell off like 1,000-foot cliff, and then of course in a later episode he popped up. So, somehow he like broke all his ribs, but he survived.
And he's like mocking when he comes back to. He's like, "Ha ha ha! You didn't really think I died, did you?" He was so awesome.
Yeah.
Every day, A-Team.
Yeah, the A-Team was pretty awesome. I remember that as a kid. I didn't.
Is that the
get
one
to watch a lot
with
of it,
Mr.
but
T? Is
yeah.
That all right.
The entire A-Team would be classed as chaotic good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I thought the A-Team was pretty awesome.
Mr. T did quite the comeback
is Mr.
recently.
T? Oh, is he still going?
Yeah,
I was going to ask.
And just like Betty White did, although Betty White's not still going. She just missed her 100th birthday when she passed away. It was sad. Everybody loved Betty.
Yeah, she was straight up gangsta.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
That's funny that she had a long career, but when she was really old is when she became the most famous.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they are still playing the A-Team on the reruns. Actually, that's the show we're talking about. Actually, that's how we saw it. Where we lived in Oregon, there was an over-the-air channel you could get for free, and it would play all the classic action movies. And they would, I think they did A-Team. I'm not sure because we didn't watch that very often, but they would play Knight Rider. They would play another show, which we're questioning you guys about, so we can't tell you until somebody guesses it. And then they would play, what's the other one they would do a lot other than Knight Rider? Oh, they would do Chuck Norris.
Oh, yeah.
Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
And they would just play these action shows back to back all day. They'd play like...
It's Walker, Texas Ranger.
They'd play like...
Norris.
They'd play like 3 or 4 episodes of Walker. Then they'd play like 3 or 4 Knight Riders. It was just all day long. It was like 80s and 90s reruns.
Yeah, it was fun. Oh, and we'd watch a lot of Magnum, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, did you mention that? I don't remember.
No, I don't think I did. Yeah, Magnum PI is actually where we got the name for our dog.
So earlier
Higgins.
in the cast, I mentioned the phrase, necessity is the mother of invention. So that might give you a clue as to what television show we're talking about.
Yeah, I actually mentioned the name of it when we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So come on, y'all. What was one of the best action shows from the 80s and 90s? Walker and Magnum.
So should we do a giveaway one of these bottles for the first person who gets the show? Let's do that. And then we'll do the other one at the 40-minute. Oh, Beth got it. Okay, Beth. So do you want to get more colors or just do these two?
We can show it to them. Let them pick. So I guess you get right when she said we'd give a bottle away. You got it, Beth.
Okay.
Yeah. But that was Murdoch. He was like the arch nemesis of MacGyver, and he would get like every time you think he was surely dead. Like he would be in a car and it would explode, and then like 3 episodes later he'd be back. And like I said, he fell off a cliff. He would always have these horrific deaths. But somehow he would miraculously survive, and he'd always tell like, "Oh, I burned 90% of my body, but I recovered and I'm back."
So Butler's second nickname is MacGyver.
My wife calls me that. Yeah, I'll show
Or
you that.
does she call you Murdoch? Because
Maybe.
you keep coming back. Okay, so he's going to get different. Oh, weird. Oh, well, we got a special phone call we better take. So, Dale and Doreen Hutchins.
Were they the ones from South Dakota?
I don't think so because they had an Oregon number.
That name is familiar.
Oh, okay. Oops. Hopefully I didn't show you guys anything. Okay. Let's see here. We just got a chat. Oh, we just got a phone call from somebody. Let me see if I can give them a call back and find out what they needed. See if I can work his special grip thing. There we go. Okay. Or maybe I'll just wait. I hope that wasn't anything too important. Okay. Okay, good.
You gotta get the rest of them.
Quantum Leap was good also. Okay. Well, Beth, thanks for sticking with us. We'll show you your different choices. Probably wanted to talk to you about your extended warranty. Yeah, probably.
I think I remember who they are. I think those are the people that bought our Gardner house.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, maybe we can call them back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like QL.
Oh, wait, did I already get this one? Yeah.
Quantum Leap. Oh.
Okay, here are all your choices. Oh, they can't really see them, huh?
Yeah, we'll have to do it one by one.
Here,
Okay.
let's move them off.
So, here's number one is the pinky.
The camera is trying to follow us. We have it on a little...
Okay, number one. And then number two is the light gray. Here's the darker gray. Then we have the teal. And we have the lime green. And the black one.
I like how the black shines.
Yeah, that one really shows the logo up the best. So which will you have, Beth? And then we'll do a drawing in a couple minutes.
Yep.
So we're on pins and needles. Which do you think?
Yeah, we're just 10 minutes away from the drawing.
So that teal. Okay, you got it. We got
Teal for Beth.
Teal for Beth.
So email us your mailing address.
Oh, I think they already did before.
Did they?
But well, anyway, email it to us again.
Email it again because that will remind us when we see it. Like, oh yeah, we got to send her the bottle.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we will forget.
Yeah, and our email address is cornfedlifepodcast@gmail.com.
QL. What's QL?
Quantum Leap.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see. I'm behind. Sorry. Stepped out for a minute and. Okay. All right. We're back on track. Yeah, we're doing this. This is a new thing we got. It's a little gimbal for our smartphone, so we're trying it out to see. Oh, I know. Here, let me move it like this, and then we can get it a little further away from us. Oh, don't look at the clutter in our room.
It's not too bad.
Look.
Hey, Needlehead.
Hey, Noodlehead, it's been a minute. What you been up to? Hey, you get your name in the drawing.
You got here just in time.
We're doing a drawing for our water bottles. We got all kinds of cool. We got these new laser etched by a guy in our church that knows how to do this. So you get they're stainless steel bottles, and they have a little pop-up straw. Great little water bottles. So you just have to stick around for less than 10 minutes. We're going to do the drawing for it.
I told him at the 40 minute
mark. Originally, I said right at 11 o'clock. So that's what we got to do. In case there might be more people coming in that want to compete.
Okay. All right. He's going to make you guys wait.
It's close. Butler, it's Corn-Fed Life Podcast. He says corn-fed, and he says corn feed.
Yeah, you could try that. It might end up in the right spot.
I got another sliver.
Thanks, Noodlehead. Noodlehead says that the bottles are nice. I think they are.
Yeah, we like how they came out.
Yeah. So you can look inside.
There's a straw.
Yeah.
You got to hook up the straw. Some assembly required. You got to plug in the straw yourself. So yeah, just a few minutes away, and we're going to put all these names in a hat. And then we're going to draw out, and then you can win the one of your choice.
So you talk to the people and entertain them. I
All
guess, or something.
So what we've been talking about tonight is the crazy Midwest winters and how we are so happy that we are heading out of it finally. So hopefully you all have been surviving. I forgot where Noodlehead is from. Do you remember? Hang on, one more person coming. Are you're shrinking your own chances, Peterson? At where again? So it's at gmail.com. So corn-fed life podcast at gmail.com. That's our full deal. Yep.
Okay. Just making sure of something.
Uh-oh. How have you guys been doing? We had horrible winds in Kentucky. Oh, that's right. You're in Kentucky. We got a lot of... No, we don't have a lot of Kentuckians tonight. Just didn't we have somebody else from Kentucky? Oh, Peterson's.
They're not from Kentucky. You will never...
Isn't it Nashville, Kentucky?
You will never remember that it's not Kentucky. It's Indiana.
It's going to be Kentucky forever in my mind.
Well, that's okay. Kentucky's a nice place too,
At least I know that Neil and Beth, I finally got that sorted out, and they're in Louisiana, right?
Yes, that's right.
See, it takes me a while, but I do learn.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Noodlehead.
Tammy Peterson. Oh, I see what you're doing, Peterson Farms. I see what you're doing. Very smart. Very smart.
Beth and Neil can do it. So
we do the same thing.
Okay, we'll add Tammy onto the list too.
We do the same thing. We go on as 2 different channels when other people are doing giveaways.
Yeah.
To increase our chances. They're in Kentucky. We're in North Louisiana. Nope, the fake Nashville. Yeah, Kentucky, right?
Nope.
Then who's Beth talking about that's in Kentucky?
It's in Indiana.
Peterson, are you in Kentucky or Indiana? I thought they were in Nashville, Kentucky. Noodlehead is laughing at us. We don't see you for weeks, Noodlehead, and then you come on and make fun of us? I don't have to stand for this. Kidding.
Indiana dummy.
Hey, that's it. I'm crossing their name off the list.
I'm putting it on like 3 times now. Who's on first? Who's on second?
Rebecca. I didn't see Rebecca pop in. Was she in here? Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey,
Rebecca, how did I miss you? And I've seen her already twice tonight in other different chats. And so sorry to miss you in this one. I did say hi to you in some of the other ones. I don't know if you noticed. A lot of times I can't tag people because I'm doing this from my phone, and it's really hard to do the @ thing and all that from your phone.
Okay, guys.
Oh, thank you.
So you only need to put up with us for 4 more minutes, and we'll have the drawing.
Hey, so Rebecca, we're giving away one of these nifty corn-fed life laser etched aluminum water bottles. And you're already entered just for being here. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
Beth got the teal one.
Draw the name from a hat. And Rebecca, you can still win, even though Corrine totally botched the spelling of your name.
Oh,
it's okay.
It's
okay because I think I botched everybody's spelling of their names, the ones I wrote. Rebecca and I are friends. Oh, nice. We're all friends, and we met Rebecca too. A week ago?
At the Steak and Shake.
Yeah, we had Steak and Shake. Our first experience at Steak and Shake with Rebecca and her bro.
We didn't have
what was her
steak,
brother?
but we did
What was
have
her brother's
shake.
name? I can't remember his name. I should remember it. Anyway, we had a very nice lunch with them, or dinner, or whatever
He
it
had
was.
a nice name. I can't remember what it was.
Tammy.
It was a nice name though.
His name is Ronald.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. We know most everyone in here. Yeah, it's a small world in this community, I guess. Everybody knows everybody.
Butler says his
people...
name is Ron. So which is it, Ronald or Ron?
It's Ronald, I think. We're slow at learning people's names and where they're from, especially me. But I do get it eventually. Started and is based in Indiana. Oh, that's cool.
Well, we knew there must be something good about Indiana.
No. Indiana
Actually,
has the best antique mall that we've ever been to.
Yep, it was.
I don't remember what city that was in, but we were just on our coast to coast road trip a few years back, and we stopped at the biggest antique mall I've ever seen in my life in Indiana, and it was massive. Don't call him Ron; he prefers Ronald.
Okay, we shall remember.
By Ronald. Okay, that's a great name, named after one of the great presidents of my lifetime.
And a great hamburger ambassador.
That's true. That's true. My name is Christy.
Oh, very nice.
Christy the cat.
That's not as much fun as Noodlehead.
Christy is a very nice name.
It's a very nice name, but it's normal.
1 minute till time. I'm gonna go get the hat and the scissors, and we're gonna do the drawing. So everybody hang tight.
I only have 1 minute to cut all these pieces then.
Yep, you're gonna have to cut that.
Okay, I gotta cut up all you guys' names. Katie. Katie is Templin Acres. We have a Katie and a Christy.
I have a cousin named Katie, and she's pretty awesome.
Cousin Katie.
Christy, nice to meet you.
So we got can Beth go back in there? Or is Beth disqualified?
No, Beth already got a prize. She can't win two.
Beth, you are disqualified. You can leave now.
Well, she can win if Neil wins, and then she can force him to give her the bottle. Oh, we got a drum roll. And I've got the glorious corn-fed cap to put the names in.
Okay.
Here, drop them in.
Okay, we got Rebecca, Michael, Noodle, Tammy, Butler, All-Terrain, Neil, Templin, and Peterson. And we're going to mix them all together. Do you want to do that?
Did we get everybody? Did we put Butler on there?
I subbed to you guys
from Lazy Days. Oh,
those lazy bums.
We call them lazy bums ahead.
Beth is upset because she can't win twice.
Okay. Wait. I want to say that we have a special connection to Lazy Days because we're Lisa and us are from the same hometown of Roseburg, Oregon. Okay, just get one. Wait, did you get Noodle in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're all in there.
Oh my goodness.
You did win again, Rebecca. Or no, Rebecca. You did win again, Beth.
Beth says I don't have a cap. You can buy this cap on our merch store. And it is a fine looking cap. Now I got all these hat things in my.
Okay, Neil, it's your time to decide. So do you want the pink one? The black one?
Oh, I'm sorry, Peterson.
The medium gray one? The light gray one? Or the lime one? Which will it be?
Peterson is a sore loser. Peterson, don't be a dummy.
This was rigged.
I know. I can't believe the husband and wife won.
Well, that would happen a lot when we would go on lives together. Like a couple times it happened. Like
Yeah,
you and I.
Yeah,
won
with
something.
actually it was with Lazy Days.
Yeah.
We each won something. And they knew it was the two of us. And we even said, hey, if you just want to give us one prize, that's fine. But they said, no, you each won.
Pink is his favorite color.
Isn't that what she already picked, or what did she say?
No, she wants the teal one.
The teal one. Okay. Do you just want the teal?
She wants the black one.
Did she just want the teal because it rhymes with Neil?
Teal and Neil.
Think about it.
So that's your guys' prizes.
Prizes.
Congratulations, guys.
And well, hey,
no corn juice included.
It will definitely make shipping easier because we can ship them to the same place.
Yeah. That might be why it's rigged.
I just want to say that don't feel like losers, the rest of you, even though you're technically losers. If anybody at any time wants one of our Corn-Fed Life stickers that looks just like this, no, it actually has a circle around it. It says some other stuff. If anybody wants a sticker and you don't have one yet, just email us anytime and we'll send anybody a sticker, a Corn-Fed Life sticker.
What about should we do another drawing for a magnet?
I suppose.
I got a bunch of magnets.
Would you guys want to win a Corn-Fed Life magnet? It's like this. I got one right here.
Bunch of them.
It's a little fridge magnet.
To winning the fake raffle.
So tell us if you guys want to do another drawing for a magnet?
It's crickets. They're like, no.
Okay, no more drawing.
Or maybe our phone's lagging, or maybe they're not paying attention anymore since the prizes are gone. Do it. Okay.
Oh yeah, there
magnets. Okay, good.
Rebecca's got our new sticker. Okay. The hat comes off. The names are
I'm sorry, Beth and Neil, you're out of there.
The names are all going back in. No Neil and Beth. We left them out.
But be sure and email us at cornfedlifepodcast@gmail.com if you want a sticker or if you won something, and let us know what you won. So, because we can.
And don't let us know you won something if you didn't really win something.
Yeah, we know you guys.
Okay, let me draw this time. Shake it up. Here, you hold it and I'll draw.
Okay.
Shake
it up. Shake it up.
I'm feeling this one feels like a winner. And we've got Rebecca.
All right, Rebecca.
Yay. I won a new car. All right.
Awesome.
So Rebecca will get
the proud new owner of a brand new sticker. Or not sticker, magnet.
She's already got the sticker.
Okay.
But yeah, if any of you want, I'll set that aside so we remember. But yeah, if any of you if you want a sticker, like I said, just email us and say, hey, can I get one of them super awesome stickers? And we will get one your way.
Yep.
Well, that was fun. So I wish we could afford to send out a ton of prizes every night.
Yeah, we're not Lazy Days. We don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, Lazy Days, they send out so many prizes. I'm like, are they using all their Social Security just to do prizes for YouTube?
I think so.
And I want to say that if you guys don't know about our other channel, make sure to check it out. We have another channel. We just renamed it. It's called DIY American. Not America, American. And she says, I will give my brother that sticker. Oh, okay. That's cool. I have new stickers coming my way, so I will happily swap stickers. Yes. We love stickers. We stick them in all kinds of fun places. She has stuck people's stickers on her motorcycle helmet. And
in our toaster oven.
Yeah. Actually, Lazy Days sent us a big magnet, and so that went on our toaster oven. We have a Lazy Days Ahead toaster oven. But yeah, we love getting other people's stickers
Bye,
too.
Butler.
Hey, thanks for dropping in.
Sticking
It
around.
was nice to see y'all. Yeah, come by another time. But yeah, we love getting stickers and putting them on random places. So yeah, if you want ours, like I said, just email us. If you forget our email, it's under, I think, all of our videos or most of them.
Train says I have that magnet as well. I don't know.
Yeah, we got those. Those are from the good old Sticker Mule. Yeah, we always get random things whenever they're having one of their deals. And I haven't seen a magnet deal for a while. But anyway.
Hey, Peterson.
Tammy's laughing at us. I don't know why. Yeah, thanks for dropping in. And thanks for sticking around until 11 or whatever time it is in y'all's neck of the... is Indiana in Central or are they in Eastern? They got to be pretty darn close to...
I think they're Central.
The time change.
I think they're Central.
Oh, the Lazy Days magnet. Yeah, theirs is huge too. It's like this big. It's like it takes up the whole end of our toaster.
So they are Eastern.
Indiana is special.
Oh wait, no.
Yeah, they're on Eastern time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, laughing at Phil. They have their own time. Midnight here. Kansas is mostly Central time, but the very western edge has a little bit of a cutout where it goes on mountain time, and I think it's because the people like work in Denver. A lot of people work and they do business with Denver because it's so close. So I think that's why they...
Makes sense.
Yeah, because if you look on the map, it's just a little sliver of western Kansas that they put on mountain. But most of us are Central. Did you find out what growing zone you're in?
Let me see.
We looked, I think, but we forgot.
Let me see.
Indiana doesn't do daylight savings, if I remember correctly. Huh. Interesting. Well, supposedly, didn't they vote the daylight savings time? I think it's supposed to go away next year. That's what I thought I heard. I thought that the whole U.S. was getting off that next year. I think that's true. I hope that's true. I'm sick of daylight savings time. Why do they want to confuse everyone? We do now. Oh, okay. Well, you do now, hopefully just in time for all of us to get off of it. Finally done bottle feeding babies. I bet that was fun. There's nothing cuter than little baby goats. We used to have 2 little goats, and we loved those little suckers. I thought this year, maybe it is this year, Beth. You're probably right. I knew it was coming up. I think what it is we're supposed to spring ahead and then stay ahead. Then it just stays there forever. I don't know. I've heard so many things about it.
We're in 6B. It says that's the hardiness zone.
Oh yes, we can definitely put some stickers with your tumblers. We usually do automatically put stickers in when somebody wins something. So yeah, definitely get some stickers with those. The pig farm. That's funny though that the pig farmers lost the vote. So the pig farmers won at a different time, I guess.
Oh, I guess we're 6A.
Uh-oh. All terrain, you misspelled Neil, just like I used to do all the time. Remember, it's the real deal Neil. Neil, the real deal. It's spelled like real and deal. Don't worry, I spelled it wrong like the first several times I saw him. And then eventually I figured it out. I misspell everything. Says all terrain. Yeah, me too. And you know what? I actually don't usually judge people on misspelling because...
I do.
Oh, she does. Because Google will often... You'll spell something the way you want it, and Google, right at the moment you're going to post it, they'll flip the spelling because they think you misspelled it.
It's
and
terrible.
It drives me crazy.
I took off
Real
the
deal,
spell
Neil.
correct on all my typing on my phone. So now I have to think when I type. So.
Yeah, it does all kinds of
This
things.
is I'm judged.
You are. Neil, you should be like a car salesman or something and be like, come on down and talk to real deal Neil. Or I'll make the pig squeal.
Is altering Katie or who is altering? I remember Noodle was Christy.
Yeah, then it must
was
be
altering Katie.
Are you Katie? Are we judging you, Katie? I've been thinking about chatting. Oh, yeah. I'm assuming Google corrected that. You said changing, and Google said, no, let's go with chatting. Since I'm thinking about chatting my username.
Jason. Okay. Well, which one's Katie then?
Who was Katie?
I guess I have to scroll back up.
Oh, hi, Krubby. Welcome in. My childhood dog was named Katie. Well, there you go. Well, she read Katie some point in the chat.
Okay, so Templin is Katie.
Templin.
Okay.
And we will learn your names the 10th time you show up in one of our lives. That's how long it takes us.
I'll train as Jason.
Changing my username. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Neil.
We didn't realize that Spicy Tuna was a man for a long time either.
I said it was probably a dude.
I said it was probably a lady because the icon was pink and it looked like there was a little teddy bear in the middle, but it was actually a Shiba Inu, and it says Stan on the little icon. I had to go to his channel to find out.
What did I do with my corn-fed cap? Oh yeah, I gotta represent the brand. Oh, still got the drawies in there.
Your drawings. If you can remember Venkat, you can remember all the unusual names. You're impressive.
Everyone showing up now must have heard about the prize giveaway. Yeah.
It may be over or may not be over.
Hey, I say if we get up to 20 people in the chat, then we'll do another giveaway.
Yeah.
Invite everybody. Now, I know there's a lot of chats. I saw there's a lot of lives going on tonight, so I appreciate you all dropping in to say hi to us. I actually popped in on a few of them to say hi, and I was just like, well, if we're going to do our live, we just got to go for it because there's just more and more lives all the time on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
So I know you got a lot to choose from. So we appreciate your business.
Yeah, we don't like phones, Katie.
My phone didn't want to cooperate. So
You're like, no, wait, I'm Katie. We should have said something like, oh, if whoever's Katie responds in the next minute, we'll give away another bottle.
Remind Jason, you're a sore loser.
She just said, you're sure a loser.
Oh, you're sure a loser. My phone hates me. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
We're probably going to try to do more lives in the coming months because we have almost 1,500 subscribers, but we are super shy on the watch hours. And so lives are a great way to do that.
We're just super shy too.
Plus, we love doing lives when we're still a small channel because then we can answer everybody's questions and talk to everybody. Because I am a chat snob, and if I go into somebody's live and I write like 5 different questions, and before they'll finally like answer one, I'm like, I'm out of here. Because the fun of live chat for me is getting to chat with the host and with the other people.
But don't worry, if we get big, we'll still remember you.
We are getting bigger every day.
Yeah. Wider.
Yep.
I had high hopes that our other channel would continue to grow at a fast rate. It was growing so fast. It was crazy, like how fast it was growing. But then I got shadow banned. So now I have to wait for like maybe a week to post more content so that they can start giving me the views again and the subs.
I agree that it's all about the interaction. And I understand if you go in a live and somebody has like 100 people in there, I get that. Like they can't chat with you because they've got messages just flying by. But if you're in a chat of like, I would say up to like 30, 40 people, you should be able to acknowledge everybody's comments, I think. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Because they're not coming in that fast.
The lazy bums do a good job of that. They usually get a good crowd going and they respond.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything.
Yep. Peterson's laughing at something again. What is it? Oh, a shadow ban is when they don't officially tell you that you've done anything wrong. You'll just notice all of a sudden that they're not promoting your videos. Like,
Yep.
Like your watch hours are going up, subscribers are going up, and then all of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, they'll just stop. Like you'll put out for example, we put out a lot of short videos, and usually at least out of every 2 or 3 shorts, you'll get one that will get hundreds of views, maybe thousands. But we went through a period of like a couple days where we would put out like 10 shorts and none of them were getting any views.
Yeah, they get like 3 views each or something like that.
So basically that people call that a shadow ban because they're not telling you that they're banning you, but you know they're doing it because there's a sudden shift in your views.
And supposedly you can combat that by not posting anything for a few days. And also removing all the videos that you noticed happened right before the shadow ban. So I did that, and we're waiting, for a little bit to start posting again. But corn-fed hasn't been banned, so it's still going.
So All Terrain says
9 away from another drawing.
Yep. Keep inviting people in. We'll do another something or other. Devil Dog laid into me the other night because I didn't see his comment during my premiere last week. I was like, dude, I'm not a pro like you. But isn't that kind of Devil Dog's thing? That's why he's so lovable, because he loves to like rip into people and act like he's like really mad, but I don't think he really is. He's pretty funny. Yeah, he's the devil dog. Whenever
he goes onto one of our lives, he always says like, well, I'm visiting your channel, even though you don't visit mine ever,
Yeah, he always tells us.
We do go on his lives.
We go on his lives all the time, and he's always saying like, you guys never come and see me. It is definitely his thing, and he loves ripping into me.
Well, you probably deserve it, Jason. So
Templin says, my head hurts, so many rules.
This is why I hang out with goats.
Yeah, YouTube is such a weird business because, I mean, some companies put in thousands of dollars into their YouTube channel, and then YouTube can just suddenly like deplatform them, take them off, and like here's the other thing I've always said, it's weird. It's like YouTube's like, hey, come do business with us, create content, and maybe you'll get paid. But it's like, we won't tell you exactly how you get paid. We won't tell you how much. We won't even tell you like how to get more views. We'll kind of hint at stuff for you, but it's like, and then all of us idiots are like, oh, well, sure, let's do it. I mean, why would you do business with a company that doesn't even have specific like standards? Like, if you do this, we'll help you get this many views. It's like, they just say, create content, and who knows, maybe you'll make money. Maybe you won't. Maybe you'll make a whole bunch of money, and then suddenly we'll cut it off for no reason. And we won't tell you why.
Maybe that's why they did that with our shorts, because they do say you get this much money per 1,000 views
on shorts.
Yeah. So maybe they're like, oh, they're getting too much money on shorts, so we're gonna cut them off.
Every week he's like, Jason, where have you been? That devil dog. Yeah, and he hasn't been into any of our chats recently. I think it's been a couple weeks since we've seen him.
Yeah.
So now we really do have some ribbon to give him.
Mm-hmm.
Some ribbing, not some ribbon.
Ribbon. We got some ribbon for him.
We've got some ribbon in our hair.
Kitty, right? Yep. Katie and the goats, not Heidi. Which was
Benny and the Jets.
Which was the mountain girl? Heidi was the mountain girl, right? There's the story of the Swiss Alps, or
yeah.
Okay. We got it.
And we, like I said, we used to have goats, so we were very biased towards goats. We love us some goats, especially the little pygmy, the little Nigerian dwarfs. In fact, I even had my Nigerian dwarfs star in our famous music video, Posse on Old 99.
No.
If you haven't seen the video, she hates that I promote this. If you have not seen Posse on Old 99, type that into YouTube, and you can thank me later.
I just don't want to showcase how immature we are.
His shorts pay like 7 cents per 1,000 views.
Woo-hoo. Hey, it adds up, every little bit helps.
Yeah, I like when you're trying to get monetized and then they say like they announce like, oh, there's a new way you can get monetized with shorts. You just have to get 10 million views. It's like, what? Oh, thanks. That's really gonna happen. I'm wanting to see if anybody actually. I wonder if anybody's actually got monetized by getting those 10 million shorts views.
Yeah.
Because I think to get that many views, you've already got a big following, and you're probably already monetized.
A Nigerian dwarf.
She says, "I big bucks." Yeah, I love Haiti.
Heidi.
You like the old story? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
The Alpine gal. Yep.
I like that story too. The biggest thing in the story is that she got called fat by her little boyfriend when she got up to the Alps because she was wearing all of her clothes. She didn't have any
clothes off.
Suitcases, so she wore all of her clothes.
Yeah, you know what? Isn't it funny that like an airline will charge you, a bunch of extra to have like carry-on luggage, but you can literally take all those clothes out and wear like 10 layers and they won't charge you a dime. I actually heard about somebody doing that once. Like they were going to charge them for taking extra, so they just would go to the airport with like 10 layers of clothes on.
Templin says you raised Nigerian dwarf goats.
Yeah, that's
nice.
That's what we had.
But I don't think that pain of wearing 10 layers is really worth like an extra $20 or so for an additional suitcase. Like, come on, some people are so cheap. It's good to be cheap, but not when it affects your life like that.
So here's the video you guys got to go look up. Posse on Old 99. And yes, Baby Bear Shorts is another of our channels.
Yeah.
That one's basically just our dog and cat, though. So don't feel like you got to go subscribe to it.
We have a channel name already. It's Under Construction. Is
That's
that the channel name?
Under Construction.
Under Construction.
I seriously put Nigerian prince in training on my LinkedIn.
Awesome.
So are you a future millionaire from your Nigerian prince?
To funnel the money to one of our bank accounts.
I'm always cold and have like 5 layers on normally. Well, there you go. That'll come in handy when you fly, then less to pack in your bag. Yes, I am.
Yeah, his dad almost got scammed by one of those guys back in the day when it first came out.
Yep. My dad was one of the first. What an honor to have almost gotten scammed by one of those, Nigerian scams. And that was before, like, I'd never heard of it. Nobody I knew had ever heard of those scams. They were brand new. And he called me one day. What is it? Neil says it's in BN US Odyssey. What is that? I don't get it.
Beth and Neil, US Odyssey.
I'm looking for my descendants.
Beth and Neil.
Oh.
US Odyssey.
Oh, yeah, that's a fun name.
I begged for those people to call me.
Yeah, I always have fun now when I get especially like emails or texts from scammers. I always have a lot of fun with them. I have a good time. I did one, actually. We were doing a live and I got a call from one, and I tried to keep them going as long as I could. But anyway, so my dad, this was like, I don't know, 20 years ago or more, and he called me one day and he was like, will you fly to Germany with me? And I was like, what? We're flying to Germany? And he was like, yeah, this person's been contacting me and they need me to help them transfer some money, and they're going to give me a big chunk of money just for helping them out. And then I had him like send me all the emails, and I was like looking through them, and I was like, and he had actually been making phone calls with the guy and talking to him. So, obviously there was a real person behind it. And then I just started Googling this stuff, and I was like, I started just putting all this stuff into Google, and then I dug deep enough and found out, oh, this is a common scam that they run. And so I told my dad, and then he called the guy and was like, hey, I found out that these are scams. instead of just ignoring me, he called me, and the guy got really angry and started yelling at him on the phone and being really mad. And then it was just like within a year of that happening, then I started seeing it all over the news and stuff.
Good night, Katie.
Oh, good night. Thanks for joining. They put me on a list. I'm on a lot of lists. It means being us. Oh, BNUS, right?
Being
What was
us.
it again? Or what was the name again? Or I'll scroll.
Odyssey.
It was BNUS.
Being us. Odyssey.
Oh, okay. I get it. I get it.
That's very nice. I like it.
Yeah, that's a fun name. And get an icon logo too, because I don't like just seeing that T there. That doesn't look like a person with a channel.
Upload a picture already.
Beth knows how to put a picture up. Come on, Neil. Come on, real deal, Neil. The car dealer.
Real deals. Well, what do you say?
Well, I know Peterson was holding out for those 20 people, but
I think it's dwindling.
It just went down to 7 when I said that.
Yeah, so I think we better call it. I'm getting a little tired, and I don't know if you can hold the show on your own. Yeah,
I can't. I gotta have my sidekick. Or actually, I sometimes I feel like I'm the sidekick and she's the main.
Are you the
main
sidekick?
dish. I'm the psychic.
I tried putting my picture on it. Does YouTube reject your picture?
They're like, that can't be a real person. Are you that ugly, Neil?
She says, we're working on it. Okay, well, thank you everybody for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. And we will.
I hope for me. What does that mean? Peterson pops up out of nowhere after being silent for all this time and says some comment that don't make no sense. No hope, I mean.
No hope for me.
Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Good night,
Hey,
Christy.
we'll do it again. Hey, Peterson, it's actually really easy. Peterson or anybody, it's really easy to get one of these bottles just by submitting one of those segments to our U-News thing. You literally just shoot a selfie for 30 seconds, send it to us, and your odds are pretty good. Like I said, last month, Randy won it with he submitted one segment.
Yeah, we haven't been doing a lot of those shows.
Yeah, it's partly our fault because we only did one newscast, I think, in all of February, didn't we? Or two, maybe two. But
thanks for being awesome. Well, you too.
But yeah,
Mr.
usually
Jason.
A lot of times the winners just submit like 2 reports. So if there's multiple people, all you got to do is 2, maybe 3, and you'll win it. So if you want one of these cool water bottles, just do some little short little selfies of 30 to 60 seconds and tell us what's going on in your neck of the woods.
Beth said this was fun, and thank you guys for making all this fun.
Oh, good. All Terrain's going to look into that. I definitely have a good story right now. Yeah.
Awesome.
And what I recommend is just go to our homepage on YouTube, our main page. There's a playlist for U-News, and find one that has another reporter on it. Like I think the last one we did, that's the one Randy was on.
Yeah,
and
I always put their picture on the thumbnail so you can tell which ones have.
And I want to point out that we promote your channel too. So when you send us a report,
Fake Nashville.
might have to do. Yes, we told you we would love to hear about your mini Grand Ole Opry. But
Little Ole Opry.
we'll say like this is, if you do the report, we'll say like this is Katie. Was it Katie All-Terrain? Who's All-Terrain? Jason. We'll say like, and
now he's gonna be Katie
we'll
forever.
Say, now here's a report from Jason of All-Terrain Coffee, and then you'll say thanks, Cornfed. We want you to say like thanks, Cornfed. We pretend it's like a live cast, even though it's not. But and then we'll put a link to your channel in the description too. So it's a way to promote your own channel, and we'll tell people on the news. We usually say, so that's Jason from All-Terrain Coffee. Make sure to go check out his channel. The link's below. So it's a great way to pick up a few new subscribers as well. Jason, you can do your coyotes story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Anything interesting? And if you watch the report that Randy did, Randy, he's been a YouTuber for years, and he's an expert editor and stuff. So his reports are super fancy.
Yeah, you don't have to be that good.
He does a bunch
unless you want to.
Yeah, so he does a bunch of editing and different clips, and but yeah, don't think like I got to do that. Some of our reporters literally just hold their phone and shoot a selfie. Do it horizontal though, please. They'll literally just do a selfie and like no editing involved. Just shoot 30 to 60 seconds and send it, and that's fine. You don't have to get fancy with it. If you want to get fancy with it, though, feel free to get fancy with it.
Okay, well, we better go before we get started on something else.
Yeah, this has been really fun seeing you all tonight. We've really enjoyed it. And God bless everybody. And we wish you a pleasant evening and a happy Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye.